We've seen him play it in 2 out of 4 games so far, so not a stranger to it. And it looks like that Xinling's going to pick up the lane, who is no stranger to this one as well. A great performance on the lane. The ocean, and we have Liempo going in, so Xinling there going into the back line, trying to do some damage onto Woodwind. There is a 3v3 potentially going on in the mid lane, but it looks like they're just going to prioritize taking these minion waves and just making sure they nullify. But oh, the cinders come through. The damage goes onto Urtien. Is that not going to be enough? No, Fearless Esports just missing out that blood onto the side of AG Global. The Blazing Brilliance does come through, and that is going to be enough to take down Joe on the side of AG Global. Estimates his teammate in his lane.
Yeah, no. Snow, he does have the 1 level advantage, but Xingling, when he hits level 4, hang on.
Oh, the Blazing Brilliance from downtown. We have a lot of the boots being built here, some of the second tier items as well. But neutral objectives are now on the board. We see a lane dipping down to the mid lane, hopefully to give some assist to the Tyrant, but it's looking like Fearless Esports don't need it. We have Joe into the back. He's not able to counter the smite there, but here we are. We're having big knockups from the side of AG. That is a 1-1 trade. Joe doesn't have a means to get out there. He exhausted his second skill, but he's able to get out now, but he's on the run from Xinling. That is a double kill for Snow as well. So a lot of a bait and switch there, really focusing the attention away from Xinling, because if Xinling stayed in that team fight, that could have gone completely different for AG.
Yeah, they got a little bit too greedy at this point, and it's being punished once again.
Yes, Mayin with a bit of a flurry of attacks there. The Blazing Sun Arrow comes through, doesn't quite land onto anybody. I think the Maple Dance actually cancelled that out because it was actually going into the direction of Liam Pope, but he didn't get stunned. So I can only assume from off-map knowledge that the Maple Dance saved him.
He actually used the burst ram to get rid of it with the anti-CC properties here. The split fight really makes so much sense, right? Joe did so well allowing the space for Snow to come in, get the jump in on the backlines as well. And not only did he pull them in deeper towards the line of AG, himself survived. And look at the farm that Zeiss has got on his hands now.
Yes, plenty of farm on Zeiss' hands, and that's not where... And KK knows this firsthand, right, is that if you give over the farm all the way to the Arlie, it's going to be troublesome, but Joe is able to dodge that Blazing Sun Arrow. The Blazing Brilliance comes through, so that's 2 ultimates being burnt through, but we do know we have a Dolia that's able to give over another ultimate because she is so generous, but nothing quite happening in that mid lane just yet. No conclusion between 2 of these teams.
Yep, it's really more of like burning resources at this point. Path of Passing going to be laid down by Joe, really just to get vision and hopefully not get the stun, and Fable looking for more.
Yes, Dao is going in for the engage as well. The Blazing Brilliance does come through and takes a lot of damage onto the Li and Po. We know that Angela is an anti-tank hero, and to pair it against Li and Po with that Blazing Brilliance is going to be a brilliant move here, and looking pretty low. The Blazing Sun Arrow does come from downtown, but doesn't hit anybody once more onto the side of AG Global, but Joe is looking like, no, sorry, Zeiss was in trouble there to navigate these future team fights, but T1 down in the mid lane is very vital, but it looks like Fearless Esports is looking for another T1 in the farm lane, and where they could potentially lose their T1 in the mid lane here because AG's already done a lot of damage onto that T1, but the Blazing Sun Arrow does come through once more. Is it going to land onto Mayin? Nope, it missed.
Yep, it's going to be about positions, right, in the map. You can see Fearless Esports Hong Kong, they want to try and establish some control and, more importantly, some vision as they're going to start working on the Overlord.
Yeah, so looking to try and take up their second neutral objective to that engage.
Yep, if you take a look at the itemization, you have the double Sparkforge Dagger. That's going to be quite damaging against the likes of AG Global because simply they have a lot of iframes and nobody will kind of get chunked down really fast from the side of Fearless Esports. But they're going to give it a try. AG looking for an opening.
Yes, here comes the Blazing Sun Arrow. Oh, okay. The CC immunity comes through for the Liampo, basically nullifying that Blazing Sun Arrow once more. Not quite landing the way that they should do, but a little bit more moving the camera over to the backside of that Crimson Golem. We see that Mayin's taking a 1v1 onto the lane, into the backside. But there we go. That is a triple man knockup for Liampo, but Joke is getting too much damage taken onto him. That is not going to be enough for them to not escape with the Ogryn. So again, Fearless Fearless Esports with another kill to their name, almost 2k gold as well.
Yep, it's all about the heals, the peels, and that is going to allow AG's blood to be spilled at this point. And this is opening up the map so much for KK. He has only died the once, and he's already at 5.3 thousand gold.
Yeah, it's not the place you want to be in, right? I mean, it's very close for both Zaze and KK, but Zaze is not quite popped off yet. He's only still sitting on that one kill, whereas the same as for KK, he's offering a lot of across the map utility with the Blazing Sun arrows, but he's also playing macro very well.
Yep, he just needs that Eternity Blade, right? At this point, Zaze won't be able to really teamfight that much. They don't offer enough damage at this point on the lineup for the side of AG Global. So it's a risk, right? Because at this point, Fearless Esports Hong Kong, I think they can do a little bit more to try and get more structural damage done. And if they don't do this quick enough, AG Global are going to bite back, because once they have the damage, it's pretty hard to fight into their lineup.
Yeah, the team fights definitely towards the mid to late game are going to be a lot more stronger, but it's just counting on Xinlin to be in the right place at the right time with this Lian Po. Gets a double knockup, but the CC immunity from the Angela's Blazing Brilliance is not going to allow that Angela to be knocked up. But what is My Ian comes into the backline. Snow with the same MO with the backline takedown, but Fearless Esports have the recipe to counter the Snow by melting it with Hao Yi.
Yep, it is fire melting the ice at this point. It's looking like there's more free kills on the board for the side of Fearless Esports Hong Kong. A very strong showing, right? This is not what I expected out of AG Global. But hey, props to Fearless Esports. They are really making the composition work for themselves.
Yeah, both teams currently on an unblemished record, so somebody's record's about to be blemished in this game one, right? But so far, AG Global are definitely playing on the back foot. They have only one T2 turret remaining. They have none of the neutral objectives. All objectives are going over to the side of Fearless Esports. But is this AG Global just being a little bit cordial? Seen and no ganks to be had onto the side of Fearless Esports, but we're already seeing the side lanes both have that minion wave there as well as the mid lane, so it's going to force a fight somewhere, and it looks like it's going to take place here in the mid lane, as they already see that the minions are taking the T2 up into the clash lane, so no T2 standing for AG Global, but the Blazing Brilliance onto Snow is just too powerful here for AG Global, as they are looking to lose the high ground turret on the farm lane here because they have no front line. Xinlin is just a little bit too damaged to try and save the high ground turret, and if he just went in there to die, that death spawn timer is going to be a little bit too long here. But again, we're seeing another engage here for the Blazing Brilliance, just doing so much burst damage onto Tien. So down goes Princess Frost, down goes the mid high ground turret, and hello, this is the Crystal call in. We need backup, but there is no backup from AG Global. They have taken the first round. Fearless Esports Hong Kong already one up to AG Global. Series split 2, and then that's getting paired with Dharma. So Snow actually going for the Dharma this time around, which is very good for getting into that backline.
Yeah, so the point here is it doesn't matter if we don't have enough damage. Let us buy more time with CC. We will be able to get it done, right? So yeah, with the Divine Punishment for his second skill, the knockup is extremely potent. It's quite hard to deal against, especially if you get hit with the first skill, the super slow, quite a lot of burst as well. And Sanctification, that is something that needs to be thought about from the side of Fearless Esports Hong Kong.
Esports Hong Kong was just able to control the match.
Yeah, you can definitely take a look. Potential first blood here, the knockup by the Divine Punishment, but Xinlin once more is diving into the middle of 3, and it is going to pay off. Fable gets the first blood as Xinlin runs away, will not get away still. It's a 1-for-1 trade, but it's a huge kill because now in the mid lane, it is all about Fable.
Yeah, I mean, that could have been a lot more horrible for AG Global. They could have just not got anything in return for that in terms of kills. But it did go over to the Orgrim, which is good, so allows to give a bit more resources over this hero in the mid lane. And again, for those new tuning in at home that aren't quite familiar with this hero is that he can give level 25 cap over, but Kin.
Oh, the law is laid down. It's going to be a kill onto the mid lane. Fable, for the first time, looking a little bit lost here. As AG, they put themselves up a kill 2-1 as another stump comes in as Dao Dao will catch eyes onto Tingling.
Yes, Tinling does go down there as well. Like you said, Dao Dao playing it to perfection, playing it to a very utilized ability here, but the neutral objectives are up there, sitting in the bush. AG Global looking for a fight.
Yeah, but it's okay. Caught in the middle of 4-5 is all of Fearless Esports, and they get what they want. Snow caught in the middle of 4 once again, and here comes the Infinite Vastness aggressively. And at this point, it is a 1-by-1 they fall as AG take another burn. It is Fearless Esports Hong Kong dominating in this first 4.5 minutes of the game.
A team wipe before the neutral objectives, Kin. What can't Fearless Esports Hong Kong do? This is a different kind of gravy.
Yeah, I mean, the 4-0 makes sense now, right? Fearless Esports, not only do they know the limits, they are fearless in their approach there. An ace in the 4.5 minute point of the game.
Yep, early ace is definitely not what I had on my bingo card with AG Global being on this matchup right now, but hey, Fearless Esports showing that they need some attention, some limelight on that global stage.
Oh, for sure, and you right? And Rudy Blade gonna be
definitely
used again,
isn't.
refreshed.
Yeah,
it's tough to watch.
It's very tough to watch at the moment, yeah, for a team we've known for quite some time. They've had their ups and downs, but EWC, they kind of had their redemption arc, but we're going into this one. We thought that they were going to come out as top dogs, but right now they're currently down 1 map. So they need to do something to secure this map 2, because if we see Fearless Esports get map 2, all they need to do is just take a map 3, and then that's it. It's Fearless Esports going into the play-ins and AG Global just meeting their end there until potentially next year. We don't know what happens after KC tournament.
Yeah, that's right. And at this point, everything is at risk, but everything is for the taking. Fearless Esports, they might have stepped a little bit too far. Path of passing to be laid down. The swipe comes in as well. It's okay now in the middle, once again of 4, but it is not him who is the target. It is Tingling who gets taken out. The support is out of the game for the next 20 seconds, and that's not the only one. It's okay will be punished accordingly as all 5 members gather at the mid. They are looking for this T1, and they will not be denied.
No, T1 looking to go down here in the mid lane, but that was played to perfection. We already had the KK doing a lot of damage onto Qin Ling before they could even get into that team fight. He was already pretty much half health, and it's getting to that point now within the game where KK is just a
gold at the 7-minute mark. This is not what you want to see if you're coming from AG Global.
Yeah, no, they're all down with their T1s. No T1s standing left, and their Lung is already putting some great damage onto that T2 into the farm lane. This is looking like a rinse and repeat for 4-0 in the qualifier.
Well, 5,000 gold ahead at the 8-minute mark. This is a testament to the strength of the side of Fearless Esports, right? They're still looking for more, all 5 heroes. They will start looking, but at this point, it's okay. Once again, being put into a position where all 5 members are staring him in the face. And here we go, one more gets caught out. The dash will not save him. Tingling picks the fall again. It is 1 kill for now, but there's plenty more to come. The second one, it's okay. As Fearless Esports Hong Kong, they see the light, they see the opening, and they will swing the doors open. T3 at the top, taken down instantly.
Yeah, looking for a little bit more of a swifter game too, it seems. That high ground turret is falling a lot quicker than it did in game 1, but they still have that mid lane up for themselves on the side of AG Global. They need to kind of play on the back foot and play it well, but when you have the Modsu playing on the back foot, it's not a great pick.
Yeah, I'm not sure how they're supposed to kill
of Fearless Esports Hong Kong. But speaking of second defense, we have now another neutral objective going over to the side of Fearless Esports, where we don't see a single neutral objective just yet on the side of AG Global. But Zaze,
he's gonna regret this decision for sure. 3-on-1, what can he do? He can take the fall, and that is the game for the side of AG Global. That's how they've been caught, right? Every single time being caught off guard. And I'm gonna correct myself down here. Dao Dao doesn't even have the Giant's Grip. He just has the Patrol Axe. That's not even the final form of the jungling item just yet.
Yeah, wait till you see his final form. That's what Dodo's thinking. It's like, wait till I've got my jungle item all the way Giant's Grip, and now it has. It's now completely evolved, so he's only just going to get tankier and tankier, and looking for their third neutral objective before they potentially could even finish this match, Kim, because Fearless Esports are looking fearless, and AG Global are looking fearful.
Yep, exactly. And take a look at what Singling is doing. He's going up against 4 different members at that moment in the blue side of the jungle. Azure Golem still going to be secured by K, but that's all they're going to get, right? Consolation prize, because the waves are crashing in. Fearless Esports, the door is opening. Dao Dao going to start working on the front. Death at Sunset to the back lines. Look at the damage onto Earth here. No one is able to stop that entry point from Singling. And it's a free tier 3 once again on the bottom.
As they are 8k gold behind Kin at 11 minutes. That is something else.
Right, let's make a guess, man. For Dao Dao, is he going for Glacial Buckler or is he going for the Frigid Charge? Which one will you prefer?
Oh, I'm probably going to go for the Glacial Buckler, personally.
Yeah.
Personally.
That 20% reduction, right? And here we go, it's okay. He's going to try and slow down this push, but Dao Dao does not care. Here comes the Death at Sunset once again. The Dolia refresh going to be allowing that entrance here. K falling a bit low. Dao Dao looking for more. Going up against all 5 members. Think inside the box, already wasted from the side of Tingling, and this is not looking good. The base is barren for the side of AEG Global as Fearless Esports. They take the wins, they take the structures, and they walk away scot-free.
They are absolutely walking away scot-free. No deaths on their side. They managed to pick up the Azure Golem. They managed to pick up another Azure Golem for themselves as well. Looking to give it over to Dao Dao this time, because we saw that Fable already had the Azure Golem buff for herself on the Lady Jen. And now they have the Shadow Overlord. So any tries of means of thinking you can get a minion wave out of there, they're just going to pop the Shadow Vanguard.
Oh, here we go. Wind Slash coming in with the Destructive Deluge as well. Fable gets the damage in the front line. Singling doing all he can. He does have the Blood Rage. Will pop it as well. Finally, they get a kill. Have they stepped too far? KK is the first one to fall in this fight, but it's traded out for Snow. So Fearless Esports Hong Kong, they lick their wounds, but they won't be backing out too much just yet, because the Shadow Overlord is walking down, flying down that mid lane.
Flying down the mid lane. I mean, they're able to take out KK. So for now, the lack of damage coming through for the side of Fearless Esports Hong Kong could be something to a detriment to themselves, but because they have such a front foot in this game too, with 45k gold, they have all the neutral objectives that have taken place just yet, as well as the Vanguard still on the board as well. But if you just look at KK compared to Zay's is gold, that's 10.6 to 8.9. That's crazy.
Yep, it's a big difference here. Siege Breaker already in the hands of KK. Here we go, Dao Dao looking for another dive in once again. Doesn't matter if you have the knockup, he does have the Frigid Charge. He gets that extra 12% shield from his HP. Here we go, Death at Sunset on the backline. Singling doing so much work. The refresh comes in as well. He gets the kill onto the Tuya. Earthcan is out of the game for the next 39 seconds. The Suns come in, but nobody is dying on the side of Fearless Esports Hong Kong. The dive comes in, the troop comes in. They get the kill, but it's just onto Fable. The rest of Fearless Esports Hong Kong will not be denied, and they take game number 2, 2-0. Fearless Esports Hong Kong. Inviting Fearless Esports Hong Kong to come in with the duel to the death.
Yes, and then finalizing Fearless Esports Hong Kong's draft is going to be the Dao Dao, which is a new debut hero here for Dao Dao.
Yep, AG gonna use the standard, right? We want to up the farm for the side of Zeiss, and that is going to allow them to really just clear off the first wave in the mid lane, transition into the bot lane really quickly after they take this River Sprite as well. Looks like they're going to ignore it at this point.
Yeah, a little bit of a quicker start here for AG Global. This is probably the confidence that they need going into what could be potentially the last game for them in the Open Series, because Fearless Esports Hong Kong, for those new tuning in at home, are currently 2-0. But here we are, KK Woodwind are going in here, trying to do a little bit of a mental play here. Woodwind taking a lot of damage there from Zaze. So is KK as well, not enough healing, and we don't have the shield like we just saw there from the Zhongfei, which enables you to go back in. Pressure onto the side, well, a lot of presence, shall I say, from Fearless Esports to the side of Tyrant. But here we go, Joe K goes in with the Invincible Warrior ultimate, but the Winter is here, really negates how he can navigate that team fight before himself. And there we go, Musashi claiming the first blood onto AG Global. Dao with true fashion getting the first blood. Going on in the other lanes, but we can kind of see that Xinlin is rotating down to the farm lane. We see that Snow uses that teleport mechanic to try and get in, to try and contest this neutral objective, going over to Fearless Esports once more, and there it is. Xinlin is getting the kill onto Joe K, but it's not just Joe K that goes down, Xinlin goes down as well. So Ming, we have a Lady Sun without the Ming here, which is going to be a bit more of a scared Lady Sun.
Yep, and that's why you pick the Woodwind Zhangfei, right? That unbridled outburst with that push away, the knockback. So clinical and crucial in getting the confirmation onto the smites for the neutral objectives. Now they've secured the Tyrant. They have an EXP lead, a goal lead, 3,000 at the 5-minute mark. Fearless Esports Hong Kong once again are so dominant.
Very dominant with that tier 2 takedown again. There's just been such a focus on these side lanes for Fearless Esports, and we normally see from AG Global, this is what their MO was for the beginning part of the tournament. We were knowing them for the objective taken, not really going for these brawls, but speaking of brawls, we're having Woodwind pretty low here. The Unbridled Outrage comes through and saves his life. That shield right now is the only thing standing between the death of Zhongfei and keeping him alive, and currently at level 7 across the board, they're not going to have those penetration lines. By Fearless Esports Hong Kong, they have taken their identity and used it against them so far, because down in the farm lane, they're down to the higher ground turrets, and they are down to neutral objectives. Joe K throwing a few of the blades here, just trying to bit of damage, but goes straight to the back line. There is Dao. Musashi taking down the Ming as well, and we have Qinling into the back line there. The Byron backdoor play. Snow goes in, tries to get the double CC onto KK. KK falls as well. So first kill for the side of AG Global, but is it a little bit too late here for AG Global to start coming back? Because overall, that was a 3-1 trade, and potentially a higher ground turret here as well. We see the Unbridled Rage come through. Byron into the back of the line, trying to keep them away from the high ground turret. 7 minutes in, a high ground turret falls. Oh, yep, there we go. A little bit preemptive for me, but it does to AG Global, because they're only really holding on to that sustain for themselves right now, thanks to the Huan, thanks to the Kaiser, but Kaiser getting caught out in the push here. Joe K tries to go Invincible Warrior, but it's going to be enough. We see KK goes in, does a lot of damage, is able to life step out of there as well. So no catching KK once more. He does fall, Snow's in the bush, a little bit of a face check with the face from Woodwind, but if you're going to face check with your face, Zhongfei's the guy that wants to do it.
Yeah, exactly. And you know what? He will break your face if he gets a glimpse of you as well. Here comes a wraparound. Woodwind, does he have his ultimate? Yes, he does. Waiting for the perfect opportunity, getting the Leaping Savior down as well. It's all a setup at this point, because AG, they know they can't overcommit at this particular juncture of the game.
Yeah, they're definitely behind by 6k gold. So like you said, Kin, they can't overcommit. They don't have the priority in that farm lane as well. They have not taken that T1 for themselves. So it's already pretty much a safe haven for the side of Fearless Esports Hong Kong to be able to just do these neutral objectives, go back to that T1 if they need to, or even just push the lane even further. But Byron is already in that mid lane, already looking to cause a stir, trying to push these minion waves, trying to keep AG Global off of that neutral objective, and was able to games is that the damage is just not quite there. We just kind of hope that Zaze is able to just farm up and activate pretty early on before the enemy's farm lane. But there we go, untargetable comes from Urshian as well, keeping himself alive. But what is not alive is the T2 and the T2, both T2, sorry, I don't know where I was going with that one. T2 in the mid lane and the clash lane, both don't survive that little engage and priority in those lanes.
Yeah, breaking not just the structures, but breaking the spirits on the side of AG Global. At this point, it's hard to fathom, right? How does AG Global come back into this game? Once again, Fearless Esports, they take another neutral objectives for themselves. This time, take a Tyrant. They're ready to fight.
Yeah, normally when we have teams at this point, they're able to kind of push the side lanes. They're not quite already pushed to that higher ground turret, so you could kind of see that Zaze is able to. None of those comeback mechanics are able to be here, and it looks like Fearless Esports aren't going to allow them to get to that ultimate comeback mechanic, which is going to be that Tempest Dragon, because we haven't even seen it once in the Open Series Split 2. And so far, how this game's going, I don't think we're going to see it in this game.
Yep, they're bidding their time at this point, right? So AG Global, they are just trying their best to hang on, but it's the complete opposite, right? For the side of Fearless Esports Hong Kong, at this point, what they're looking for is just for the cooldowns. And if AG Global makes the very dire mistake of trying to step out of the base to contest for neutral objectives, I'm pretty sure Fearless Esports Hong Kong will punish them extremely painfully.
Yeah, that's the thing that we've got to try and do. There's got to be, stay calm, collective, and try and take these small victories into these team fights as well. Maybe trying to pick off the likes of KK, which we've seen Snow do already just in this game, this map 3. But there we go, flash in for Xinling on the Byron, which is just so deadly, doing a lot of damage onto Zaze, just trying to get him out of these team fights as they have the minion waves, trying to push the higher ground turret in that mid lane. And there's the Winters coming, trying to zone them out so they can't take those minion waves from the side of Fearless Esports. And we're at the Crystal already. It is the 12-minute mark. Byron uses that ultimate there to get that shield off, try and do a little bit of AoE damage as well. KK just taunting the side of AG Global for now.
Urtian can't really offer too much, and this is the perfect timing because Fearless Esports Hong Kong, they know, hey, they have nothing left in the books. It is time to take the neutral objective. They get the Shadow Overlord as well, and this is going to clear up the waves in the top lane, and this could be the finishing blow that Fearless Esports Hong Kong are going to lay onto AG Global.
I mean, they're looking like for the perfect game here, right? Other than dropping one life, they've not dropped a single turret. So they're looking to try and take all the higher ground turrets because here it is. The effort is pretty clear. The minions are here. We see that there's a bit of a split push here for Xinling as well on the Byron, and no one's died just yet. Zaze is down, so that's all their damage pretty much gone on the side of AG Global. We have the minions at the crystals, 2-0 down. It is a 3-0 victory for Fearless Esports Hong Kong, going in to the KC play-ins where they will meet Scars and Nongshim.